Oh, there you go. Hi.
There you go.
Hi. Where
Sorry.
are you?
Are you on the move? What's happening?
I am in Colorado. We got here yesterday.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
So I still have a room full of unpacking to do.
Oh my God.
Wait, so you're
And-
like moved?
We're moved, but I'm still waiting for my trailer, or what do you call it, the zippy container to come. But here's the thing. We brought my computer, but we packed up the cords. So like the extension cord, the plug-in cord. So now it's dead. And I'm like, I don't have any computer right now. So
Oh my God.
that's fun. That's fun. So just dealing with what we got.
Yeah.
If that's the only thing that you had to deal with with your
Consider it
move,
lucky. Consider myself lucky.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So long drive. We're here though. We're good to go.
How do you feel leaving Vegas? How did you feel? How was that?
It was okay. I didn't feel sadness or anything about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Wrong one. Sorry. Sorry. Can you
Hey,
tell me?
Gabby.
Hey guys.
Gabby.
Are you on your
How are you?
phone or do you have like a new camera?
I'm on my phone.
It looks different. It looks
I know.
good.
Thank you. Now I'm in the middle of remodeling, so I had to take my mic down and
Oh, okay. So we got two on the phone.
Yeah.
That's funny. I know. Well, Gabby got a new phone, right?
Oh, you
You
did.
did.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what it is. Okay.
That's probably what it is.
testing it out. I'm like, oh, yeah.
What kind of phone is it?
It's an iPhone, but it's not like the new ones. It's one of the old ones.
Oh, I was gonna say your picture's really clear. So
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's
Yeah.
like super clear.
I don't let my son touch it, so
oh, smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Normally
It's
it's in goo and stickiness, right?
yeah. I'm like, are your hands clean? No, you can't touch it. I'm sorry.
I'm at
No.
a point now where like my phone is, for business, right? So we're using our phone constantly, especially when you're on the go, checking
Yeah.
your emails, checking different things. So if my kids try to swipe my phone now, I'm like, "Urgh, give it back to me now, because I'm like, I need it for work.
Mm.
Yeah.
You think you'll get to a point, because some people have two phones, one for business, one for personal. You think you'll get to a point where you do that?
For me personally, I was thinking about getting a second phone number that would be connected to my same phone so that I could have like a business line and then like a personal line. But at this point in time, I'm just going to leave it the way that it is. So that's what I got going on. But yeah, I don't know. What about you guys?
That seems like it would be confusing.
Yeah.
Like who's calling which line? That's how do you know?
Because like people you have like different ringtones, so
Yeah.
you'll have like a different. You can probably add like a song, like a song that has business in the lyrics.
Yeah.
So every time it rings like business,
Okay, that makes more sense.
I don't
I
know.
don't- I barely got rid of my corporate line just like 2 weeks ago, so I'm trying to figure my life out.
And this is perfect for you because we're going to talk about websites and, how like where we're all at with like having our own voiceover website, which Angela's like, I'm still trying to figure out my life. So a website doesn't really go.
I mean, like I said, I've had the start of a website. I just haven't got all the way through it just yet. And now that my I left my power cord in the zippy container, I have to wait at least 2 weeks until that comes. So everything's on my computer.
Oh my God. So you can't get set up for anything. Like you can't do any voiceovers or anything. Oh
Can't.
my God.
Oh my God.
Here's the thing. So that computer that everything is set up, that's like my old computer. And I was genuinely thinking about giving that to my son anyway and getting a new one when I got here. So I'm kind of like, I might as well just bite the bullet now, get my computer, get my mic and go for it,
Yeah.
So I think that's where I'm at. I'll probably do that this week and just get my computer and not worry about my other one. He can survive without it for a while. Me, on the other hand, not so much.
No, that's like really important. I know my laptop started giving me a hassle and it was I was like, oh, no, 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 no. Do not hiccup on me right now. And it's like, I got to clear storage. I got to clear space on the storage, on the computer, and I'm running out of storage. So I think I need to upgrade too, but I don't want to because I've already spent money on my website. I've already spent money on my demo. I don't want to spend another $2,000 or, however many thousands of dollars it costs to get. Are you going to go do desktop or are you going to do laptop?
Well, I was looking at a laptop, but recently I ran into an all-in-one computer. And with the way everything's set up at my house right now, I think I might be better off with an all-in-one computer. And then setting up, like I told you guys before, I kind of want that setup Melissa has, where she has her work desk with all of her computer and editing stuff, and then a separate room for her mic, and having that like quiet, because the all-in-one, it has, the one that I'm looking at, they're suggesting it has a small hum, but if it's in another room, you shouldn't be able to hear that on the mic in the closet that's
In
sound
the
treated.
room. Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to sound treat the closet, and I'm going to get I think I'm going to go with an Aston Spirit mic, so
Okay.
that will pick up my voice directly and not pick up any other surrounding sounds. So I should be okay with that, but I think I want to get the all-in-one desktop and not laptop situation, and then just have like old school. I have one of my old iPads as like what I would have in the actual mic booth with me,
Mhm.
read the scripts,
Yeah.
but then do all editing on the all-in-one.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking, but who knows how that's going to turn out when it actually
I
happens.
know. It's so hard to think about like what you want, and then you think about what you want, and then until you actually do it and then see it or actually use it, do you really like figure it out? I feel like that's what happened with like my website too. You have like an idea in your head creatively, and then to be able to either have your son or you, Gabby, doing it yourself, taking it from the idea. And I had someone help me do my website. I farmed it out because I was like, I don't have time for this. I got to farm it out. But taking your creative thoughts in your mind and then trying to express them to another person, or trying to get them out onto a website so that it looks the way you want it to look. It's hard,
Mhm.
I mean, it's so hard. So,
It is.
okay. So Gabby, you're making your own website, like you're developing and creating your own website.
Yeah. So I don't know how you process, and that's what I was going to ask. How do you process what it is that you want to put on your website? Like, how do you transmit, this is who I am and this is how I'm going to do it? For me, I kind of just started sketching out some ideas, and which was hard because I really like characters, right? And I like adding voices and all these funky little weird personalities. And so how do I transmit that where it's just me and not a character, or me like dressed up as a character? So I'm still being true to myself, still trying to be true to my essence, but trying to be like silly at the same time. Or I don't know. It was a process. It was definitely a process. But I started out with sketches.
That's cool. You still have to
What
do your
about you guys?
photography, right? You still have to do,
I
you haven't,
do.
yeah.
I haven't. No, because I mean, I know what I want, but I definitely need pictures. So now I have to go find a photographer, explain him or her my idea. And it's too bad that Frankie isn't like next door to me. Otherwise I'd go to him and explain what it is that I need. Or maybe I could go to him and just like postpone my website. I don't know. Frankie.
So what is it that you want? Are you gonna try to have photos like portraying different characters to match voices? Like what is it that you envision?
What I envisioned was like a set of photographs, like let's say six. Well, okay, I pictured six. And in one frame, I'd have one where I'm portraying like a busy mom, right? And another one, I have flowers stuck on my face, and it's more like artistic to like show this more like luxury or sassiness, or
Whimsical, maybe. Yeah.
whimsical. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And in another one, I have like a magnifying glass, and I'm just going to be like goofy and silly. So it's just like 6 different portraits of myself. I was thinking about it, and I was really going for like more of a black and white type of portrait, maybe just like a pop of color in one of the items that I may have. So I'm not
So
Oh my
would that
God.
be like the banner on your website?
So my website, mm, it's I have a logo, and then I have
Okay.
my name, and then underneath is where I'm gonna have like the 6 pictures of
I
myself.
almost feel like it looks like I'm envisioning almost like old school film,
Film,
you
that's
know?
what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah,
That's
right?
what I would like, a film strip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then,
like a film
but
strip.
then I would have like one like regular headshot. Like I would have
Mhm.
just a
Mhm.
headshot, a regular of you, and then have those like sprinkle like that film strip like that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I
Like
like
the
that.
first one
Yeah.
being just you,
Mhm.
beautiful,
Yeah.
and just beautifully you, and then do the different 5 other characters or 5
Yeah.
other,
Yeah.
essence or versions of you,
Mhm.
that's what I would
Mhm.
do. That sounds so cool.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I hear that, doing things in black and white sometimes draws more attention because people are just used to color. I don't know. I heard that one podcast I was listening to. And so that's like a really good idea where you have like more black and white and then just pops of color because it's, it's like inverted, yeah. Anyways, for me with my website, I just knew that one, I could probably develop the website by myself, but it would take me a million years. And 2, I wanted to just, I'm at a point in my life where I just need to just, and age, getting into voiceover where I just needed to just do it, go big or go home basically, And so I ended up setting aside some money, my credit card, to do to farm it out. And so I went with, obviously a company that's connected with the place that we train at. And they've done several voiceover artists or voiceover actors websites. So I knew that I would be in good hands. And they work with creatives. So that was interesting to work with another web developer and graphic designer that, works with creative people. So that was kind of cool. But taking the idea that I had in my head and working with a photographer and to get him to capture me from a photography standpoint, and then also to then work with my friend who's a graphic artist, have her help me, create my logo and pick out the exact font that I want. And then to have that all sent to the website developer and have it put together the way that I want it put together there was some hiccups. I'm not going to lie. I had a few hiccups, so there's some, and I will tell you, when you work with a website developer, you really need to go with all the information. Like you need to know exactly the colors, not just, I want blue, I want pink, I want yellow. Like I really needed to stop and go back, and I had to Google font colors or Google fonts. And I had to know specifically the numbers to each color that I wanted on my website, the Google font numbers. And I didn't do that the first time, but we did it when we had to, redo it. They put it together, they send it to you, and then you have to review it, and then you have to, send them your changes. Yeah. So it was an interesting situation, but I don't know. I got it done. I'm happy.
Yeah.
What font did you use? It's beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. It's not a Google font. It's a different font from my friend who's a graphic designer. And so she created my logo, the turtle logo with my initials. And then she's the one who she uploaded the font, and then she shared it through Google Docs, so that we could, isn't that amazing? How like one person can upload something and then they can share it all with you on Google Docs, and we were able to share it with the website designer too, or whatever developer. But it's mermaid. It's a mermaid font. I mean, come on.
I love it. Yeah.
Are we surprised? But
I
Go
found a
ahead.
font that struck out to me because the name is Montserrat, and that's my middle name. So I
Oh.
was like, this is crazy. I'm using it.
Perfect. That's perfect too. I love it.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that is perfect. You don't think about that though. Like when I filled out my paperwork to work with the web designer, they're like, well, tell us your font. And you don't really know, like you think that you have an idea, but it wasn't until I actually sat down with my friend who was a graphic designer. And we went through all the fonts, and she's kind of a little bit intuitive. So we went through like a bazillion fonts together on Zoom, spent like 3 hours going through colors, a color scheme and also going through fonts. And she's like, yeah, that doesn't vibe with me for you. Nope, let's move on. And we kept going. And then we finally found, and I was looking at the titles. So when we came across the mermaid font title, I was like, oh, I like that. And she's like, okay, I think it vibes. All right. And then we kept it. So yeah, I would say if you're
So cool.
what?
That's so
friend.
cool.
I have to tell you though, it's weird when you are developing a website. It's almost like planning a wedding, you know, like figuring out the
Yeah.
details, specifically what you want, your color scheme, you know, what you want to portray to your guests that are visiting your website, what kind of essence you're creating, what's your brand. Like, I don't know, did anyone come up with not only a logo, because Gabby mentioned a logo. I came up with that after the fact too, after my website was developed. And anyways, but also like a color scheme, a logo, and then a tagline.
That's what I had the hardest time with, is a tagline. I did have a semi decent logo that I thought would work, but probably going to be changed in the future. But as right now, it's, you know, something it's suitable, it's fine, it works. So I have the logo, but the tagline, and, you know, I used, you know, a lot of our coaches' websites. I went off of their websites. I'm like, okay, well, they have their logo and then they have a tagline, like, great tagline. What's my tagline? No idea. I have no idea been used. So, you know, I did a place filler, you know, something just generic, and then, you know, kind of went about the rest of the website after that. But yeah, tagline was something I did not think about at all to put on my website. But yeah, that's something that should have been at the top of the list, to be honest. You know, right next to logo is tagline. You should have a good tagline.
I know. I didn't have all my stuff together when I actually, you know, I sent in just like basic information to the website designer, you know, and to the company. And I should have sat down and had more details hammered out. You know, I think if you have a friend who's a graphic designer or someone that can sit down and hammer out details like your font style, your font color, make sure you know the color schemes and all the exact numbers that go with Google. If you go with Google Colors, you know, so that you have all the exact information lined up and your tagline.
Mhm.
And your art, or your not artwork, yeah, your artwork, right? Your what is
Your
it?
pictures, artwork,
Yeah.
even
your
like the font
Logo.
size,
Mhm.
Yes.
because that is also important. Like, how big do you want your main title to be, your subtitles to be, your body to be?
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. I created my logo after the fact, Angela, so don't feel too bad, because I was like, wait, I need a logo.
Well,
I had a tagline. I didn't have a logo.
another thing that I found kind of difficult, and it might be different for you guys, because you guys are creating your websites, and I just went off one of the template websites.
Mhm.
Putting my demos on my particular template website has been kind of, I don't want to say it's been a headache, but it doesn't mesh with that template website. Like, it just seems to stick out like a sore thumb. I can't necessarily make it look like it's a part of the website. So that's something I have to work on, is, you know, making sure that my auditions look like they're part of the website, right? Because right now it just looks weird. It's just like, it doesn't mesh with the website. I don't know how to explain it. It just looks like it's a sore thumb on the bottom of my page where my all of my demos go. So like I did like three different demos. Like my first 3 demos I did at the top of the page, and I was able to put like a little photo. So I have my iHeartRadio Fiesta Latina one. I have my Edwina the Dinosaur story read, and then I have like a Curology one. So I just put the logos next to those. So it kind of just, you click on the logo and it takes you to the read. But the other ones, they're just media players, and they just look so wrong. They look so wrong. So I have to figure out a way to either find the right template to get those in, or just, I don't know how else to put them on there. Otherwise it's just going to be there for a while until I get a real website going.
Well, that's the thing too, because I actually was talking to Mama VO when I went to like that marketing branding class where I was like, ask her anything. And I was like, should I just put my 60-second, demo on, like the shortened version, or should I put like the full 2-minute? And she was like, you absolutely want to put your full 2-minute, demo on. Yeah. And I said, the whole thing, like all together. And she's like, absolutely. And I said, well, should I chunk it out then? And she said, if you want to do like a separate section or a separate page where you chunk out the individual pieces to your full demo, you can do that. And that's something else. That's one of the reasons exactly what you're talking about is the reason why I ended up farming out my website project, because I was like, I would probably sit there for days, weeks, maybe months trying to figure everything out, and it wouldn't be the way that I wanted it. And then I'd be frustrated and wanting to throw my computer out the window. So, and I wanted it just to be clean and simple. And I was happy to just spend a little bit of money and have somebody else take care of it on the back end for me. And then I knew that mine is through WordPress. Did you go through WordPress, or what was the,
It was Google Sites. We tried Google Sites, and then what's the other one? Why am I blanking? WebEx?
Wix? Okay,
Wix. Wix, yeah. So we tried both of those, and right now we're using the Google Sites one because it just plotted out easier, but I'm still having trouble. Like the media player shows up, it plays perfectly. It doesn't match the format of my website. It just looks it looks out of place. Like I need to find a different type of media player so it looks like it belongs on the page versus, I don't know how to explain it. Like it kind of looks like, okay, my website's up to date, and the media player looks like it's from like 1990. That's what it looks like. So like I need to figure out how to adjust that and get that going. But other than that, like, I mean, for the most part, those template websites are pretty turnkey, honestly. They're really turnkey. If my 12-year-old.
lost her.
Uh-oh.
She froze.
She froze. I was going to say, that was my, oh,
There you go.
oh, there
you're
you're back.
She's back.
You said if you're 12-year-old and then you froze.
And then you froze.
A website off of those template websites, it's pretty turnkey, but I think you're better off either farming it out or creating it yourself like Gabby's doing.
Mm.
Know
Just
what
to
you're doing. Yeah.
know what you're doing. Yeah, I would go with that instead of doing those template ones. But because I don't know, I guess I was just trying to get something up so I had something to link people back to. So
Yeah, so they could find you.
I think on
Absolutely.
Wix you can also like pay for someone to like do it for you.
I didn't look into that. I'll have to look into that and see if they can maybe
Or
update.
on Fiverr, you can find somebody to do
Oh,
something.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
I thought about that too, just trying to find somebody like on Craigslist or whatever, but Craigslist is kind of sketchy.
And then have you guys
I would
have
maybe
you
go
guys
with Fiverr.
seen Erin's character demo? Have you seen it like on Twitter?
No.
No, there's this trend going around on Twitter. Well, I've noticed that a lot of the demos will have like a beautiful picture, or in Erin's case, like a character of him, and then
Oh.
play the demo.
Cool.
Like it's really cool.
I'll have to
So
check
I
out
don't know
as
if I
soon
want
as
to do that instead of like just putting, this media player there, because it kind of looks really cool.
Huh.
I think images are very important on these websites. Like you have to have the right images. Like you were talking about having your 6 images up there and making sure that you are expressing yourself the way you want to be seen. Even when you look at some of our coaches' websites, they all have some really interesting images that connect to their personality.
Yep.
I would
Yeah.
also have to say that if you're going to farm it out, I would highly suggest finding somebody that that's had a website created by that website developer. And that's one of the reasons why I felt comfortable and confident going with this particular company, because like I said, they'd worked with other voiceover talent, and I saw their portfolio, which is all right up on their website. And I was able to go and see their style. I think you need to make sure you find someone that has the style and the creative, I don't know, they've got the creative backing that matches yours,
Mm.
And then I have to tell you though, like when the website launched, when it was perfected the way that I needed it to be perfected and not the original site that was created, like there was the rough one, and then now that we've got the one that I approved, but there's a whole lot of me on there. Like there's like a whole lot of me.
That's the point.
I know. It feels weird because it's like, oh, there's me. Oh, there's
does.
me. Oh, and then there's me again. It's just like, but I mean, you have to be able to convey that this is who I am. And I was trying to make it, because it's like your calling card, you know, like it's a way for people to find you. It's a way for people to see who you are. It's a way for people to connect with you. It showcases your demo. Yeah. So it's a way for them to contact you. It's just a whole lot of me though. I was like, that don't like
I
all
wanted
that.
to share what I was talking about. Can you let me share, Joss, please?
Oh yeah. Hold on. Did I not? Why does it do that all the time? All right. You should be able to do it. I just
Okay.
wonder if what you're talking about is if it's made specifically for social media though, you know?
I'm not sure. Do you guys see it?
Mm-hmm. Cute.
And
Well-
so then you like hit play and then his demo plays.
Oh, that's cool. Wow. I wonder, is that his business card?
It's his demo. And so, well, I mean, I just took a screenshot, but on the bottom left corner, you can play it and you'll start hearing his demo.
Too cool.
I
That's
know,
cute.
that's so cool. It almost looks like a business card or something,
Yeah,
you know?
but I
It
think it's just like a
does.
banner created, like,
Mm-hmm.
Like
in
on
that shape.
Canva or something.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
A lot of
Hmm.
BOs on Twitter have it. And then a lot of BOs on LinkedIn also have it. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to share my my demo on LinkedIn. So I just shared my website and I figured people
I haven't done that yet either.
would find it. I don't know. I'm at a point too in voiceover. It's like I have to just kind of like go big or go home. You know, like I just like the two main pieces for me was obviously the cutting the demo and making sure it was a good commercial demo. And then two, getting my website, having it professionally done and all the pieces that went to it, which is I did hire a photographer to do and it was a local photographer who was a friend of a friend. So I felt like I was supporting a local, you know, business and also a friend of a friend. And but I don't even know where I was going with that, but it's just I don't know. I mean, I know that there's different approaches, right? Like some people just want to do really simple. They don't want to waste a bunch of time on their website. You know, some people don't want to spend a lot of money right off the bat. They want to wait and just do the basic stuff. And then as they get going and start making money, then they'll start upgrading mics and upgrading equipment, updating their website, you know? But for me at the age and place that I'm at in my life, I just felt like go big or go home, girl, because you've been waiting forever to do this. And that's my personal choice. So plus I didn't trust myself to create something on my own. It would be like not good. But
You have foresight on that.
what?
I said, at least you have foresight and you didn't do what I did and just tried it. And now you're like, damn it. Farm it out.
Yeah, just farm that shit out. Well, and the other thing too is I know that a lot of producers and agents and places, casting companies, when you start to send them your demo, they don't want just your MP3 of your demo because they don't want to have to store it. They really want you just to link your website in an email, introduce yourself and be done with it. And then they have all the information that they need from the link of your website. So it's so important to have a website and to make sure that it represents who you are, the essence of you, the vibes that you want, and however you choose to do that with colors and fonts and pictures and the style of the website, whether you farm it out professionally or you do it yourself or you have a friend or your son, you know, do it for you. I think it's like an important piece. I feel like it's almost secondary to your demo. For me personally, I feel like it came secondary to my demo in terms of like launching my business, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
How did
Definitely.
you since you talk about essence, and yeah, I agree that it's really important. How did you figure that out? Like how did you figure out that your essence is like mermaid and a beach and
people just kept saying that I had mermaid hair. And I was like,
oh,
oh, I guess I do have mermaid hair.
and you love the beach, right?
I
So you
love the
fig-
beach. So it made
Yeah.
sense. I live in Florida. So that also made sense. And I do
Yeah.
feel like I call it beach wave therapy. Like when I go to the beach and I put my toes in the sand and I'm sitting there and there's the ocean, the Gulf of Mexico and the palm trees. Like I feel like palm trees are my vibe, you know? I mean, there's a certain palm tree I really like. And I just kind of like what Angela said, I just kind of put pieces together, and I just kind of laid it all out in my brain.
Mm.
And then I just was playing around with the tagline. I was playing around with an image for a logo, and then I was digging around in Google Colors online, and I found, I don't know, like a
Yeah.
block of colors that seemed to go together. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I mean, you did a really good job, because I feel like even like the colors, like those blues and stuff, like you can see in your booth, like in the back, there's like blues and stuff, and
yeah,
like it sort of matches.
It's an extension of
Yeah.
your booth and you.
Yeah, yeah,
which is, I think, what you're trying to go for too, Gabby, right? With like character work, and that you can do. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's the hardest part, I think, is you kind of have an idea of who you are and what you like and everything, but putting that on paper,
Yeah.
So
Like
it's
weird.
so abstract, right?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
how do I put this on paper?
Right. And coming up with a tagline too, because it's like not, and then also writing your about section. And at
Mm.
first I wrote it in first person, and then I ended up realizing that you really do need to go, like what Angela was saying, you need to go and find the voiceover people that are your coaches or your mentors or your friends, or voiceover people that you follow on social media, Twitter, and see what they're doing. Because I would, when I was trying to come up with my tagline and even writing my about section, I was a mess. I mean, my tagline was like 3 days long, and my about section was a million miles long too. And I wrote it in first person, and then I realized you have to write it all in third person, and then here you are explaining who you are. I'm like, I don't know, who am I?
Right.
Somebody else needs to write this for me.
Interesting you say that too, and especially because we just mentioned, LinkedIn and all these other websites, like, because I am making such a big career change right now, I'm going and looking over all of my stuff on LinkedIn and all my, on my Twitter and my Instagram and everything. It says, like, at the moment it says radio, and now that I'm about to flip to voiceover, like, I have no idea how to present that on these websites without it looking like, I don't know, like not professional.
Yeah.
Like, about not having it look professional when I flip to this different career path on these websites.
Right.
Versus just my own personal website. Like, even on social media websites and stuff, like, you have to keep it all congruent and keep it all the same message across the board. So I was looking at some of that stuff and I started getting overwhelmed. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this later.
Cross. Yeah. Like the things that you post on Instagram and Twitter and
Mhm.
LinkedIn, even though LinkedIn's more like business, like you still like the pictures, the images, the things that you post, even if you post something different on Twitter than you would post on LinkedIn, you want it to all kind of have the same essence or vibe, like what Frankie was talking about.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, I don't know. My tagline I'm pretty happy with, but it's like it's the 10th version of my tagline about me.
It's evolving.
It's evolving.
It is.
Which I think that websites do evolve anyways. I'm sure that I can now I have everything set up on the back ends through WordPress. I can get in there. WordPress is scary. I just want you to know that WordPress is scary. But getting in there, and I was like, tink, 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 tink. And I changed some things and I was like, yes, that was so like I had to redo my whole about section, because I was like, oh, that's cheesy. Oh, cringe. And then I had to like delete, 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 delete. And then retype a bunch of stuff and then, space it out. So it's not just a big bunch of, words. And also, yeah. So
It's like
WordPress is
MySpace. Remember MySpace?
Yeah.
We used to
Yeah.
change those pages all the time. We were coding.
That's
back
true. We
then.
were coding. I
That's so
remember that.
cool.
Your top
That
10 or top
was-
12. and,
Yeah.
Yes.
It's basically the same
music.
thing. Yeah, you could add like a
The
music player.
sparkles.
Oh my God.
Our goals.
It's basically the same.
Yeah.
You guys, I did not have a MySpace. I did not. I know,
No.
right?
What?
Oh my God. Why?
I know. I didn't understand it. I was like,
Oh.
it was, yeah. Yeah.
I
I didn't even get on Facebook until 08. I mean, and that was
Wow.
Me too.
right. What?
Yeah.
don't
I was pretty
remember.
book too.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
don't know. Yeah, so that's, I don't
I
know.
loved MySpace. I always put the top 10. Well, it was like top 8 and it was top 10. The boy that I liked was always first. So that he would know that he was my first, you
Did
know.
he,
So
Aw.
stupid.
did he realize it?
No.
Dumb.
I used to do that too. And then it'd be my brother. And then whenever I wanted to break up with like that person, I'd put him like second. And he'd
Oh.
put
And
and
then
then it's like, so why am I second now? It's like, oh well, I just, I don't think we should see each other anymore.
Is that like a real thing? Is that like a thing?
it is a thing. Yeah, it caused a lot of fights, Jaws. You missed out on a bunch of drama with that.
I guess so. Now instead it's like on Facebook, everybody changes like their name to like their middle name, and you're like, ooh, what's happening? Or they change it to something like, strawberry shortcake buttercup, and then you're like, wait, what's
Who is
happening?
this?
Yeah, who is this? Why did you change your name? You guys want friends that do that? And then they're like, I'm getting divorced. And you're like, oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not even on Facebook like that anymore, really.
No?
I used to be really like obsessed with social media, but
Not anymore.
no.
I'm
I-
looking forward to not to being obsessed with it because of that's my job. It was my job to be a part of social media. Now I'm like,
That's
I don't want to touch it if I don't have to.
Yeah.
Were you able to bring your social media accounts with you when you left?
Yeah. No, they didn't keep that stuff under lock and key. So they're mine, but I'm just gonna let them keep like the certain things like my endorsements that I was doing. I'm gonna keep those up for about another week and then I'll delete all that junk. But just to give them a couple more views. But
Mhm.
I don't have
Yeah.
to. But I'm not.
Well, as a VO artist, you might have to still be kind of obsessed with it. No?
That's
So
true.
I think to an
But not
extent,
as much.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah, not as much. Yeah. Before it was
You won't
all
be
about
forced to do
how
it.
many views and was this going to go viral, all this other stuff. Now I can post what I want to post and what my brand is about versus what my company's brand was about and what they wanted out of me versus what I am looking to give to. It
Exactly.
started out with social media for me. Like I was really enjoying social media and I was posting what I like to post and it was really working out for me. I was getting, great views and all the stats were looking good. But then when the company started putting, restrictions on certain things and making me, you have to post this many times and you have to do this and you have to do that. And after all those rules and started coming down, I didn't like doing social media and
Yeah.
it failed for me. Like I was definitely not up to par like they wanted a jock to be up to par. But a lot of times, most of our jocks, they buy a lot of views. So that's probably my stats went down because I wasn't trying to purchase money on robots and whatnot.
Yeah.
Is that real? Like that's for real?
It is for real.
Yeah.
Like a lot of our big time jocks, they purchase, views or I think they call them, what do they call them? They're not bots. Are they called bots?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. But they are paid to like your stuff anytime you post. And I'm not spending money on that.
Where do we even go? Like, do you have to like go to the black market and find
Yeah.
some seedy person? I need to buy some bots. Like, I don't know.
It's
Like,
it's easier than you think.
I wasn't on MySpace, okay, so I don't know these things.
No, but I can see where you're going with Angela. Like I know a voice actor that we all know, and she posts on her Instagram only like the commercials that she's done.
Yeah.
And so she'll be like, hey, I did, this commercial for this product and stuff. But you can tell it's something that she loves.
Yeah. And she
Versus
post
I'm
about
forced to go to this
Yeah.
establishment, buy this and pretend like I'm eating it.
Exactly. Like she was proud to post like, I got this gig, I did this commercial, check it out, versus something I had to do. Like you said, I had to go to this establishment, even though I did like Wendy's. Now I don't.
Oh my God, I saw that Wendy's post.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm talking about.
To go to Wendy's like every week and post about Wendy's. Like I don't
gosh.
like Wendy's this much, but
Right.
pay me to like them that much. I'm just kind of like,
So I just like have the chills right now because I just realized, Angela, you have a perfect opportunity right now, like this transitional phase where you can completely recreate and rebrand your entire essence and vibe, whether
Mhm.
you hunker down and you get a new mic and you get a new computer and then you guys dial in your website and then you just, clean out your social media. I mean, this is pretty exciting. Like, I think it's
Yeah.
kind of cool to have more control over like what you get to do,
Yeah.
and just really fine tune it, because yeah, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited too because I think I feel like my creativity is going to come back, and
Mhm.
my want to participate in social media more will be back after I'm able to rebrand in my own style versus what my company is looking for. Like honestly, if you look at my social media right now, like the first 3 rows of posts are nothing but my work. Like it's not personal posts. Maybe my birthday post, but that's because I was saying thank you to listeners. So it's different. I think this is going to be a good change, and it's going to be. I'm excited. I'm excited to rebrand.
Nice.
You said.
I'm excited.
We're
That's
excited
awesome.
to see it. Also,
Yeah.
Joss, are you gonna add your website onto your Instagram bio?
Yeah, you need to help me do that.
Because I saw it and I was like, oh, she should really put her website there. Because I
Yeah.
wanted to show off your website the other day. I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
Just
hold
go,
on.
just
Let,
go to
let me
edit
access.
profile.
Oh, you just go to
Yeah.
edit profile and then just copy and paste.
Yeah, because
You
there's a
guys.
section there for your website.
For your website. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. See, details, little details like that. Oh my God. Yes, I will do that. Thank you for my homework.
The homework this week.
We'll check tonight.
Add your website.
Just kidding.
Do you have to do that on Twitter too?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
Facebook?
Yeah.
On LinkedIn,
I mean, you don't have
Yes.
to if you want to.
but
Well,
you could.
Yeah.
It's really easy though. You just go to add website and then you just copy paste.
Sounds like a lot of tink, 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 tink. That's what it sounds like.
So you should have had MySpace. You really should.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm gonna let's just pause it right there. That was good. Pause it all. Unless you guys have something else you guys want to add.
I think
You
that's a pretty to end on.
This is a pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
Tink Tink Days out here in Colorado.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's called Territory Days. So it's like the founding of Colorado Springs. So they have like this big street festival, and it's like the first year back after the pandemic.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
really big this year, and a lot of people.
Nice.
So
They
you
did
might-
it just for you
I know, right? It's perfect timing.
to welcome you back.
So I might go out there tomorrow and check it out because I haven't been there in over 6 years now.
What is
Wow.
it called? What is it
It's called
called?
Territory Days.
Terra-
So it's just like celebrating the founding of our little downtown area. So yeah, and it's pretty cool. I go for the lemonade and turkey legs. That's it.
I love it.
I know my husband's working the whole weekend. So, I mean, even tomorrow he's working. So I'm on my own and I'm like, I'm not barbecuing for these children. So I went and got them pub subs from Publix and some, hot wings or whatever from, they've got, good food. Do you guys have Publix where you guys are at? Okay. Yeah.
No, but I've been.
No, but
Yeah,
I lived in Miami, so I had my Publix.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, so
that's,
good.
yeah. So that's what I'm feeding them. I don't know what I'm going to feed them tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe cereal.
They'll survive.
Yeah, they'll survive.
Hopefully. Yeah, they'll survive. They'll be fine. Angela, do you just feel like a weight has been lifted off of you before we round off?
Yeah, kind of, honestly, because unfortunately the shooting that happened in Texas was
Oh, she froze again.
Oh no.
Oh, no. No, she froze.
Oh, there she is.
Oh,
She's
you're
back.
back.
She's back. You're
She's
back.
Oh no, you have a new freezing problem.
yeah, well, I'm on my phone, so that doesn't
Yeah.
help. But the shooting that happened in Texas, that was like on a Wednesday, and the next following day, that would have been a day where I'd have to be a reporter and talk about all that stuff. And like, as sad as I was about that situation, in the back of my head, I was like, I'm glad I don't have to go on air about
that.
and talk about this. Like, that was a weight already lifted off of me. And then even this week, like, I was telling my kid when we were driving to Colorado, I was just like, man, I don't have to do any voiceovers or any kind of, work to celebrate the holiday this year. Like, usually I'm working up until like 8 o'clock on a Friday night to get a 3-day weekend for myself. So it's like, I don't have to do that anymore. It's weird. So yeah, definitely feeling a weight lifted for sure.
You look like it. You look like you have this glow, like of I can breathe now.
I will admit, because we got in yesterday, and then probably went to bed about 10, and I would wake, like I was falling asleep, and then I'd wake up, and I'm like, where the hell am I? Like, even though I'm in like childhood home, I was still like waking up, like, where? Oh wait, I'm here.
No way.
It's a transition, but I'm glad to be home. I'm glad that we made it safely. That was definitely the last couple of hours was very white knuckle driving because I was tired and there was a lot of traffic, and I'm glad we made it home, and now I just have to wait for my junk to get here, and then we'll go from there. But it's just one thing at a time, and just happy to be here.
Do you have do you have to adjust to the elevation too and time change, or no?
Time change, definitely. I can't tell you how many times I looked at like the world clock to figure out what time 2 o'clock was for everybody. I'm later now. So yeah, time one thing. And then as far as elevation, I don't seem like my ears popped a lot on our way here, but other than that, still okay. My car is definitely, you can hear my car like struggling to pull air in as it moves. So I think my car is adjusting. That's interesting, but no, the air is fine. I'm okay with the elevation here. So
Your mountain time, so you're 2 hours behind me.
right. So it's 3 o'clock when it's 2 o'clock for Las Vegas and 5 o'clock for Florida.
Yeah. Okay.
And 4 o'clock for me.
Yeah, 4
Oh
o'clock.
my God, we're all over the place.
Oh
Yeah,
my
we're
God,
all
we
over
are
the
all
place.
over the place. Holy cow. We got all the time covered.
2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5.
So,
Somewhere
yeah,
it's 5. Is that what they say? Like somewhere it's 5 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah,
5 o'clock somewhere.
it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
I got you
Might as well.
covered.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you guys are gonna have a good relaxing weekend. Frankie, are you gonna do
Yeah.
anything?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nope. I don't go anywhere. Just work. Working home.
Gabby,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
look like you're melting. You look like you're like in a
Is it
In a
hot in there?
sauna.
Oh my God.
I know.
I mean, the glow is
No, I
nice
mean,
though.
the AC is on, but in here I'm just kind of like blocked from everything.
Got your mattress. You got your mattress back there.
Not mattress.
it is so
But
hot.
I have to like change all of this. But it is really hot and humid.
Mhm.
So if you go outside, it's so humid. Like
Mhm.
I don't even wear makeup anymore because it just like
Melt. No
off
thanks.
your face.
Do you even
Yeah.
wear
Otherwise, I'd have like
Yeah,
black
I
hair.
was gonna say you're not
don't
like
wear
a
makeup?
makeup wearer. Like you don't wear a lot of it, right?
I don't think any of us do, really.
No.
Angela, you don't.
Not since the pandemic.
Y'all
Right?
are
Like the
natural
pandemic was really
beauties.
liberating. I was like, I don't have to get ready. I let my eyebrows grow out and everything. My husband was like, what's on your eyebrows? I'm like, my hairs that I haven't let them live since I
Yeah.
was 16.
I have that too. And I was this close to letting it grow out before I left Vegas. But then like at the very last minute, I was like, okay, I gotta get rid of this because it's a little too much. But I could, if I wanted to, I probably could go with that whole Frida movement. Yeah.
Frida.
You
And,
gotta-
it's back. I mean, people love bushy eyebrows. Did you all do the pencil thin
Oh
when it
yeah.
was in?
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I've been trying to grow my eyebrows out since I did that, and they would never come back.
Your eyebrows
These are tattooed, girls.
Are they? Oh my
Yes,
God.
these are tattooed
No.
on me. Yes.
Wow.
And by the way, if you need to spruce up your eyebrows, get a little twinkle. I shave. Like you can shave. I think it's called a twinkle. I shave them myself and shape them myself.
Wow.
I shaved that too.
They
Yeah,
look
those
they look
people-
really good.
Thank
They
you.
do.
Uh-huh.
It's
Like even like in person, they look
Yeah, I
they
didn't
look like
know.
they're yours. Like
I
not
know.
tattooed at
I
all.
mean, they are because they're on
Well,
your,
they
you
are
know,
now.
I mean,
tattooed
yeah,
on your
they're yours,
face,
but
Yeah,
but
these
wow,
are
that's awesome.
Yeah. I go to whole like
Wow.
a all natural, lady, and she's really good. So yeah,
Yeah.
I was very particular about where I went. But yeah, otherwise my eyebrows are like this. It's like this is all that's left.
Oh my God.
no,
I'm not
They look
joking.
They look great.
Thank you.
they do.
Back in the 90s, you wanted no eyebrows, right?
I know.
They were like
Mm.
literally like a dot or like a
That's
comma,
so crazy.
And so I can grow chin hair back, but I couldn't for the life and my mustache, but for the life of me, I couldn't grow my dang eyebrows back. So
So all these young Gen Zs should not go back to that trend.
no,
No.
and it hurts so bad to get your eyebrows tattooed. Let me tell you,
Mm.
it is a process. It's microblading. It's a process. It hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad you guys couldn't tell.
No, they look great.
No, they do.
Thank you.
They look amazing.
Oh,
Mhm.
I saw this TikTok of this woman that was like, these were my eyebrows in the 90s. I'm gonna not do this trend, but I'm wishing you all Gen Z good luck.
Yeah, because it's kind of back. I mean,
It's
they're
coming
they're trying
back.
to bring it back. Yeah.
Oh my
It's coming
God.
back. Then eyebrows are
doing
back.
it.
I'm like, okay.
I mean, because it was
I'm
really
30.
in
I'm
the-
not doing that.
They've done that. It's fine.
Yeah.
You look like a skeleton without. I looked like a skeleton without my eyebrows, because they
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
frame your face and you look younger when they're fuller,
Mhm.
really.
I
Yeah,
don't understand
yeah.
why that ever became a thing. I mean, it was a thing in the 20s. Like people used to do that, right? All the like big movie stars.
I think it
back
was a
then.
pandemic and all these Gen Zs watching 90s movies.
Yeah. I mean,
And they're like, oh,
first,
that looks cute.
yeah, first they took all the clothes, so now they all wear like 90s stuff.
Yeah.
And
They
now
think they're
it's
like creators of that. Get out of
I
here.
know.
Right?
I mean, you can't make fun of us from the 1900s and then go back and steal our fashion. I mean, come
I know.
on.
Exactly.
I mean,
don't
it was
think
cute. It
so.
was
Exactly.
cute. All this stuff was cute. If you look at movies from back then, like I forgot what I watched the other day. Maybe like Clueless or something.
I love
Love-
Clueless.
It's
Love
really
Clueless.
cute. Yeah.
One of my favorites.
10 Things I Hate About You and all those
Oh,
movies.
I love
I
that
love
one
them
too.
so much.
I mean, wearing flannel and ripped jeans. I mean, come on. With Birkenstocks
Yeah.
and socks. I mean,
Classic.
Well, I could never do the Birkenstocks with the socks. I look like an asshole. I really do. I mean, I just can't. And I did it once when I was like 18 or something. I was like, this is not a thing. And then it became a thing so many years later. I was like, I tried it then. It didn't work. I'm not doing it now.
You're like, it's still not a thing.
Still not a thing.
it's still nothing. One thing I just want to make one final comment about this, but like the kids down here, they wear Crocs. They wear
Yeah.
Crocs like
Yeah.
24/7. They go play basketball in Croc shoes. I'm like, that doesn't support your ankle. That does not support your ankle. You're gonna break your ankle. You're gonna
Spoken
break
like
yourself.
a true mom. Spoken like a
Yeah,
true
I was
mom.
You are gonna break yourself. Like, what are you doing? Those are for
But-
shuffling. You shuffle.
but
Like those
you-
are not for playing basketball.
But you know another thing about like getting older is like back when I was like 18, it was like music could be at any level and I would be like fine with it. Now any little
yeah.
thing, like if I hear one thing, I'm like, who the fuck? I'm at the window, like who? It's
Where
like,
is that coming from?
when did I turn into my dad? Like I don't really know. Like that commercial, like
Yes.
Oh yeah, the progressive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so, something like that. People are trying to learn how to not become their parents.
You
Yeah.
should be in the
Mhm.
car, the road trip. Like every time my son would put on his music, I'm like turning it down.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Turn it
Same
down
with
to-
the AC, right? Like
Oh.
yeah.
Oh my
Well-
God. I put on a song. I'm like, hey, Alexa. I'm like, put on some, alternative music. My kids are like, this is terrible, and then they put something on. I'm like, who is this? And they're like, it's
Oh, and so
something weird. Like it's a name that I don't even know. I'm like, what is this paperclip, spatula tiger rock person? Like that's what their names are. I'm just looking, I mean,
that girl.
I don't know.
We are not alone in this.
We're not.
You guys, I have a giant storm coming through, so I don't want to get cut
Oh,
off from you
no.
guys. And I don't, yeah, I just heard like a big boom. And last time
Oh,
that
no
happened,
way.
I got like cut off and I was like, no.
Shoot.
So, and
That's
I
true.
managed, yeah, I managed to get it to convert. Angela, just FYI, I managed to get it to convert. So I salvaged that one conversation that we had. What was it? It was about something or other. I can't remember. Consistency is key, I think.
It was our last one, right?
Yeah.
Before. Yeah, I remember.
Consistency is key with
Yeah.
auditions. Yeah, I managed to save it, but
Awesome.
I almost lost it. So
Hmm.
Well,
I'm
job.
going,
All right.
thank you.